The Empire lies at the heart of the Old World, and it is the most powerful of all the realms of men. But it is a realm in constant turmoil, beset on all sides by the ferocious and the unholy. Truly, the Empire is a land of ever-present danger, where death and war are never far away. Yet despite the bloodshed, this great nation endures still, its cosmopolitan cities and military strongholds forming bulwarks against the sea of savagery. The Empire stretches from the icy Sea of Claws in the north to the soaring Black Mountains in the south. It is a land covered by dense forests and surrounded by mountain ranges, all infested by murderous brigands, foul mutants, and ravenous monsters. Isolated against this treacherous backdrop are prosperous cities, where skilled craftsmen and affluent merchants trade their wares, and where brave soldiers and noble statesmen work to safeguard the Empire's future. Beneath this veneer of sophistication, however, the Empire is a brooding land, full of ignorance and superstition, where fearful peasants clutch talismans to ward off evil sorceries and appease the gods of old. In stark contrast to the wealthy districts are slums, rife with thieves, vagabonds, and heretical cults that prey on their fellow man. All aspects of human endeavor can be found within the Empire, and for every noble hero that walks the streets, there is a murderous cutthroat lurking not far away. The Empire was founded many long ages ago by the warrior god Sigmar, and since then it has seen its people through a great deal of upheaval. Though the Empire has not always been united according to Sigmar's vision, it has even suffered long periods of internal strife. It has always stood strong against those forces that would threaten its survival. The Elector Counts, as the rulers of the provinces, forge their alliances, maintain their militaries, and run their governments as suits their own regions and its needs. However, their strength together has always been the source of their greatest victories, especially when united behind a capable emperor. The armies of state. A mass of brightly uniformed infantry forms the bulk of every Empire army. Disciplined ranks of spearmen and grim halberdiers march into battle alongside companies of flamboyant swordsmen, their advances covered by the fire of vast blocks of archers, handgunners, and crossbowmen. Countless thousands of these loyal soldiers stand ready to defend their realm. Beside these brave men march disillusioned bands of flagellants, fiery warrior priests, and grim witch hunters, tasked with dealing out righteous retribution to the manifold evils of the world. The Emperor's armies can also call upon the expertise of the Imperial Gunnery School, whose mighty cannons and mortars blast the foe from afar, and the experimental creations of the Imperial Engineers School, inventors of some of the most unpredictable and occasionally deadly tools of war in an Empire army. However, the most mysterious of Imperial institutions are the Colleges of Magic, responsible for training the Empire's battle wizards. Though wizards are mistrusted by the superstitious folk of the Empire, their eldritch powers and arcane weapons make them an essential tool on the field of war. Finally, the armies of the Empire are bolstered by the heavy cavalry of the knightly orders, noble-born warriors clad in the finest polished steel. When war calls, the grand masters of the knightly orders lead their men forth, galloping toward the foe in sweeping charges as they drive their lances deep into the heart of the enemy battle line. An empire under siege. Over the centuries, the Empire has suffered brutal invasions, rampant plagues, bloody civil wars, and the predations of foul monsters too numerous to mention. Now, during the reign of Emperor Karl Franz, the Empire has never faced greater threats. All of its ancient foes have regrouped and are preparing their next barrage of devastating attacks. Orcs gather in the mountains, Skaven lurk beneath the great cities, while foul chaos cults hide within their walls. Whatever foul and insidious form it takes, and from whichever direction the first strike comes, the doom of the realm seemingly draws near. In such war-torn times, the armies of the Empire must hold the line against these unrelenting dangers. They must not waver and cannot fail, for if the Empire falls, the civilized world will be drowned in a tide of blood and death.